little small for some of the ladies out there that I've professed my love to, but it'll get the job done. And let's see how that goes. Split a little bit with it. It is a kindling splitter, but let's take it beyond its capabilities and see what it can really do. Well, we'll see what its capabilities are. A little bit of pin oak here. I do kind of like the smell of pin oak. Have you seen these piles here? This is pin oak, that's American sweet gum, that's American beech, and what is that? It looks like hickory, but it's a little light. I don't know what this one is. Might be hickory, which that's actually real good for me. I need that for cooking. You ever say what's cooking good looking? I don't think I've ever said that. I guess you gotta kind of smack a lady's ass after you say that. What's cooking good looking? By the way, what's your ass slapping technique? Because it can be real unsatisfying for both parties if you fuck it up. Are you like one of those? Are you like a? It's like a kind of a claw smack where you kind of contour around the tush, or are you just kind of a flat, kind of like get the pop in it, get that pop, the pop. What do you got? What kind of smack? What kind of ass smack are you? Tells a lot about a man. What kind of smack the ass gets. That was where a knot was. We'll see how this goes. Eh, it'll come maybe. It's not too sticky for a 3-pound axe. It's like 3 pounds 2 ounces, maybe a little less. I still got to sharpen it. It's really dull, but that doesn't, as we've seen, that doesn't really matter for splitting that much up to a certain point. Okay, let's be smart here. Knot's going this way. Oh man, that's stuck good. But what can you expect out of a 20-inch axe? All right, how can I dissect this a little smarter? Get some slabs off. See, there's a knot there, knot here. This knot looks like it's pretty big in there. This knot's not a big deal. Let us see. We'll keep going down the middle. Yeah, there we go. That felt good. Might have to change the angle of entry a little bit. Oh, that was bad. That was a big miss. What do you guys think about changing handle size all the time and your accuracy? Does your accuracy suffer big time? I noticed that when I'm not getting swings in, like every other day at least, my accuracy can get pretty shit, and whatever I'm not used to the most, I can be pretty bad with. Fuck. This is a white oak. Oh, let me show you the wedge. It's not completely cleaned up, but you can see nice piece of sweet gum, American sweet gum. Hope you guys could see that. Maybe that's better in the sunlight a little. Yeah, it's really nice. I like this stuff. It's almost like marble. Very pretty. All right. Tried to do a Happy Gilmore. I don't think that was happy at all. That was a sad Gilmore. So when you see guys that are real good at splitting, that was so much slower than what they do. So when it gets stuck, if you ever see Bluegrass Outdoors, when he unsticks his axe, he's just going for speed. he does whatever needs to be done to get it out. If you're real out of shape, out of splitting shape, it's so hard to do it like that. So if you see people doing that and they're keeping up that pace, know that that's impressive. It's impressive stuff. Oh man, maybe I should switch it up, go from the other side. Let's see, where's that crack? We'll try it down the middle. Yeah, that, you see how it came out real easy? That's because it was split. And it tells me, keep coming, keep it coming. I was going the wrong way. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, look at the pin oak, very nice. So I've been letting some wood rot a little in the hopes that I can get some spalted stuff. Not really this, some of the American beech, but I've also just let some stuff sit because I'm being lazy, I guess. I got to stack some of this, all of it, and then I got some rounds over there. All right. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Hey, what do you guys think about bird shit all over your firewood that you're using for a smoker? Do you not worry about it at all? The heat will kill it. Kind of like when you share a cigarette in the 80s with someone who you're like, they might have AIDS, but the nicotine will kill it, you know? You ever hear that? No, I don't actually. Anyway, back to the bird shit. Yeah, I don't think about it much, but I definitely go, you know, when I see it, when it's regular firewood, not for cooking, I go, that's nice. Who gives a shit? But do I really want to? I mean, you're basically smoking bird shit onto your food. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, here's some American sweet gum that got away. You can see that stack is pretty high. That's because I'm covering up a round in there that's spalting. Forgot about that until now. You know, just in the same way that if you take all the wood off and it's got air circulation, it dries faster and it'll crack faster. So if you cover wood with more wood, it'll dry. It might not dry, it might rot, but that was pretty dry in there. So I put some stuff on it. Oh yeah, that's good. Nice. See, now we're not looking like a fool, because that knot was making me look like a fool. Well, not just the knot, the whole round was, I wasn't doing too good with it. Let's see, see that knot right there? Let's try to go through it. Right there, it's not a big one. I bet it doesn't even penetrate very far. So this should be okay. Yep. There we go. Into the pin oak pile. This one though, this one's a big knot on it. You can see it goes at least to there. So I'd only be able to split off a little bit, like this much, unless it works with me and a miracle happens. Let's see if we can make a miracle happen. Ouch. That's why you wear sandals, so if you get hit on the feet, you're safe. All right. By the way, the first day I had these sandals again, I hadn't worn sandals in a little while because the last ones broke. And the first day, this is almost exactly what happened. First day I was wearing them, I was carving, sitting down, and something kind of like this fell right onto my toe next to my big toe. And there's still like a bruise under the nail. Oh man, it hurt so bad. I know you're thinking, you know, what an idiot. I agree. But also at the same time, my excuse is my sandal instincts weren't there yet. Usually I'm like, hoop, ha, hoop, ha. Although I just proved that right there. I just dropped some firewood on myself. Do as I don't do. There you go. Monkey see, monkey do in his hand and throw it at the people at the zoo. Oh yeah. I really clobbered it. So this would happen. The branch was cut off. Let's see. Ooh, that's actually slow growing. So maybe 10 years before this bark was at this point. So you could see it was inside. And I got lucky. I hit the right part. I didn't know that it was going to be like that. Although it is like a wound. This looks, you know what? It actually makes a lot of sense. So this is a wound that was covered up by bark. It was healed. See that? I really like the growth in there. It's always like, I always remember that song Starry Starry Night and the picture. I mean the painting. Hope you guys can see. It's very cool. But yeah, that worked out well. What else are we gonna split here? I got a piece of ash. This is going beyond what this is for. I mean, I showed you with the right orientation it was okay, but that's a lot more difficult than say a 5-pound axe on a 36-inch handle. This is why I love this thing though. I mean, that's fun. Maybe I should try left-handed too. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's see how the accuracy is with one hand. I doubt I'll hit this in the middle. It's hard. Your left hand, so your offhand, which is the bottom holding hand, it's not your dominant hand. So if I could hit something like this, that would be pretty impressive to me, at least. I don't think I'm getting the middle at all, though. Maybe I'll guide it and then I'll finally bring it down with the left. Yeah, it wasn't the middle. Didn't get the middle. Oh God. Now let's go with the right. See if we could figure out what's more accurate. They both feel awkward to me. Did you guys see Buck and Billy Ray? He had a shoulder injury, and he was dying to use axes, and he was using one arm pretty much. That was pretty impressive. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Actually, it was exactly propped up wrong. Like it was basically a pivot. So I was kind of like seesawing it up to my face a little. Now instead of going on the side of the timber, I'm going to aim for the top. There we go. Right as rain. There's your brand new 2023 Lexus Pin Oak. Lexus Pin Oak. 320 SL. You guys care about cars? I wish I had a truck, man. Dang. I don't know if you know this, but all this timber here was either brought down by tree services real close by so I could ask them to bring it over, or, and this is most of it, I brought it in a small car. So like, no more than 8 rounds maybe. And if they're big rounds, obviously it's like 1 or 2. There's a bee right there getting some fiber. I was trying to be one with the bee, but he wasn't into it. I was trying to bring him over to the camera. I heard that they don't like carbon dioxide, that like makes them go crazy. So since I've heard that, I try not to breathe on bees. Also, slow movements, don't be erratic. Let's see if I could bring it over. What kind of bee is this? Is that a hornet? Let's let him have his little feast. I'm actually really brave. Isn't it funny how, like, there's the people that freak out at bees that aren't allergic, and then there's the people that don't. We act like they're very brave, but it's like smaller than your fingernail. I guess if they were, very poisonous, that would be very understandable. But it's just a little sting. So let me explain kindling splitters because I've been obsessed with them lately. This is like what, the third or fourth? I think I had one full-size axe in the middle, and I still use that for kindling a lot. But that would be a bucking axe if I sharpen it right. So my thoughts on the kindling splitter are, you want the handle to be long enough where you're so look at this. This will be a perfect demonstration. So if I split this wood, worst case scenario, hopefully worst case scenario, it's only a half, 3/4 of an inch away from my hand on the very bottom. And let's see, what is this, a 14? Basically the short handles will make it so your hand is in the way. Yeah, so just under 14. So that's actually pretty interesting. That's not a super tall round. Sometimes you split 16s, but when it comes to kindling, it's usually shorter. Especially when I'm splitting kindling for cooking. I don't really, I'll cut it down to like nothing sometimes, like 5 inches. Just depends on what the offcut is. Like here, little chips, that's perfect kindling. I can just break that up with my hands. The delaminated layers, maybe not. Ow. That bee is better at collecting wood than me. So yeah, I tried that 14-inch handle and I hit my hand. So this was the next one. And this is a little lighter of an axe head. Tiny bit lighter. But I hit my hand on that 14. The firewood got me. And so I went with a little bit longer one. A house axe is great, a 18-incher. I actually was talking to my pal on Instagram about house axes, what the size of the handle and what the actual size of the head is, and it's disputed. So I think he was saying, it could be anywhere below a boy's axe, basically, and the head could be almost any size. It's a disputed fact. You guys tell me what you think about house axes. But to me, a house axe just means that, oh, that's a nice kindling splitter. A little heavier than a hatchet, so I don't have to swing as fast. A little safer for me. Like here, we'll show you what this is really made for. Is for kindling. It's a little tougher than, that Doug fir, those slabs of Doug fir that guys on the West Coast will have, where it's like the cleanest timber you'll ever see, and they don't have to deal with any kind of funky grain, at least in the slabs they save. Oh! Oh! So, my hand was too close. Let's do an instant replay of that. It just got me a tiny bit, not like a big deal. So I think what happened was it kind of rubbed off and launched into me, if that makes sense. So instead of the edge penetrating right where I wanted it, it went like this. It went forward and then launched the piece of wood into my hand. So that's a good, it's not really an injury. It's a good lesson though, I think. Maybe even longer. Let's see. So this is about 20, like where my hand stops. Where my hand stops is about 20 and a half. So, I'd even go 25. I'd even go 25 for a little kindling splitter maybe. And we'll have to redo that. So now I think what I'm coming down to, obviously if the edge was keen and sharpened, maybe that wouldn't be such an issue. But if you're lazy, maybe go a little longer. Maybe boy's axe length and a little heavier head is what you want, you know. I love putting full swings on kindling. When I'm not splitting rounds and I'm making a fire, it keeps your accuracy up. It's fun as hell to just put a full swing in. I mean, you see how short this handle is. It's no problem to put a full swing in. It's just like using a full-size axe. Let's split this. I think this is ash right here. This should be a little easier. So that's a little lesson there. If your axe is not keen, I mean, this is really dull. This is very dull. If your axe isn't keen, it could put your hands or even your body in more danger. Oh, oh no. Oh man, that's brutal. So not only did it hit my hand, it slid off and it overstruck. That wasn't an overstrike. Wait, let me think about that. Yeah, so say this is the round or the split. It went like this. Man, that sucks. Luckily it's not too bad. Like I could kind of shape that a little bit and you won't even notice it, but that's a good lesson there, I think. I'm glad I caught that. I'm not one of the guys that like I think the mistakes are the funniest part, so I mean I was just saying like I'm so happy with the it's pretty funny. Yeah, let that be a lesson to myself. Let that be a lesson to nobody but myself. Man, that sucks. It was so pretty. Oh, that was a bad miss. Let's see. Can I arrange this without touching it? Oh, this is tough. Why is it so tough? It's been drying. See what I mean? You want a little bit of a heavier axe when you got to deal with kind of nasty hardwoods. I mean, even softwoods with knots and stuff. You want something a little heavier. Okay, what is going on here? Pretty sure this is ash. Although there's no emerald ash borer, so maybe I'm wrong. What the hell is this? Almost looks like poplar. Why would poplar be so tough to split? Okay, let's try from the other end. You know, I'm not working here. This isn't work. This is just kind of playing around, seeing how this works, talking it out. There we go. Let's see what this is inside. Maybe maple. Yeah, there are some bugs in there. I see them. Just the little ones, the ones that bore little holes. Oh, that's dry. That can be kindling now. Where that? I'll put it over there. Anyway, so that's a little bit of testing, and I didn't show this to YouTube, but my Instagram fellas and ladies saw I broke this handle badly. I was smacking it right here, and I kind of took off a lot of material on the palm swell before I normally do. I usually leave a lot, so if it breaks, it's usually not too bad, or it's just a little chunk or something. But this was like this, all the way to like here. It was a really bad break, and I glued it back together. You can't even tell on this side, right? But you can tell up top because I ran out of clamps. I probably could have used like tape or something, but you can see the black line. And then up top you can kind of see it's along the medullary ray. Just goes to show that is a weakness, that medullary ray. And goodbye.